So 7 at 7 today is trades and deals done in recent times. You know, players going from left, right and centre, going across. Scotty's got 7 in a hat. I've got 7 in my hat. We don't know what they are. This is going to be really difficult to judge.
Bombshell
trades. There you go. Scotty, so they're blind rankings and we've just got to put them in an order that we think are from the biggest bombshell to the 7th bombshell. What do you got?
Oh, first one I've got Trent Crode, Hawthorn to Fremantle. That was big at the time.
It was massive at the time. And
pick.
Interesting enough, I interviewed him when he decided to go back to Melbourne, and I sat down in Fremantle at North Point with him and sat down in an interview with him, and I'm famous for asking him a question. Can you play?
Oh.
That was my question.
Oh.
Can you play?
Well, that's direct.
Yep.
And what did he say?
He goes, I think I can play. He just said I didn't quite reach the heights here in WA at Fremantle.
Surely did not.
Played the premiership and broke a foot 1 minute in, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a big trade at the time. Big trade at the time, but for the...
It was very significant.
Yeah, but for the impact that it had, it's going to have to probably sit here. It was big. I'm to say 5.
Oh, that's a bit high for me. I wouldn't have had it as high as 5, but that's okay. It's your list.
You have it 6 or 7.
I would personally, yes. I don't think
it was massive at the time.
It was massive at the time, but I think there's been bigger, significantly bigger.
Yeah, I'm not confident what special.
Where have you got it with?
What?
You got 5?
Yeah.
So that's Trent Crode from Hawthorn to
Fremantle, yeah.
I've got Patrick Dangerfield from Adelaide to Geelong.
Wow.
Yeah, this is big.
Wow.
I mean, his impact has been...
Huge.
Yeah, huge.
Wow.
But he's a Moggs Creek boy, so going back wasn't as significant, and it didn't come as a great surprise. But gee, he was a fine player at Adelaide. But I don't think anyone was greatly surprised by this.
Good point. I see the way you're looking at that.
I'll go 2.
Ooh.
I still think it's significant because what he's been able to do. I mean, he's a star, isn't he, Dangerfield? So Dangerfield for me, number 2.
Well, I've got Juddy from West Coast to Carlton. Again, when you look at that logic that you just threw out there, I'm not sure anyone was that surprised, but it was massive. And then on the other side of it, I mean, do I have JK to West Coast in my hat? I don't know. Juddy going to Carlton, it was massive. He wanted to go to Collingwood. West Coast would deal with the Pies.
Played in a premiership, co-captain, or captain as such, of course. What a star he was in WA.
Yep, I'm putting him in at number 2. 2.
Judd at 2, so you're banking on a big number 1 still to come.
I am.
Mine is Jeremy Cameron. It was flipped around the other way. It's actually GWS to Geelong. Again, there's been a mass exodus, hasn't there, from GWS?
Very hard for them to keep their list together.
I'll go 4.
It's a hard one because you look at it. What was it big for? It was very big for Geelong.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? It was really big for Geelong.
Yeah.
But anyway.
He's been terrific. So I've got both players have gone to Geelong, Dangerfield and Cameron. Mine's 2 and 4 so far.
No, I would Tom Boyd from GWS to Western Bulldogs.
There's another GWS. He's just obviously Googled GWS.
Well, I don't think that was massive. He was your number 1 pick as well, was he? Or he was close to it.
Tom Boyd, yeah, I think he was. He went on to be a premiership. Hey, he was a premiership star.
Premiership player.
Star.
Did very well in very limited games.
Star. Troubled man, but gee, great to get it.
When you look at it, though, the impact that he had.
Oh, it was huge.
You know, broke a drought.
Huge. More than Juddy, though.
Oh, no, well, Juddy didn't break a drought.
No, but was it a bigger trade than Judd?
No, of course it wasn't. Of course it wasn't, Tim. You're being ludicrous. Don't you try and influence my decision-making here. Oh, I'm going to put him down at 6.
Okay, I can wear that. Yes, I think our producer has certainly just been Googling GWS trades. Dylan Shield from GWS to Essendon, 7. He's had no influence whatsoever. No, he hasn't. He hasn't been a great.
I really liked him, and I really was waiting for him to keep taking the next
He's
step.
famous for doing the plank. Remember that he did the elbow, not the planking, the elbow thing?
Yeah, that's planking.
No, it was, no, is it?
Yeah. Where's Hamish? He won't know this. Young blokes do it all the time now. Just your elbows and your feet out planking. Yeah, it's planking, isn't it?
No, wasn't he doing famous for doing something else like a? It wasn't planking. He did something.
Anyway.
Can you look it up, Dylan Shield? Don't just sit there and gander. Google.
No,
Dylan Shield famous for doing it was some sort of six-pack exercise. I was famous. It went famous.
A little surprised that Goss and I don't know what it is. Lachie Neale, Fremantle to Brisbane.
Big. 2 Brownlows.
Yeah, I know, massive.
Premiership.
Massive.
Wanted to come back.
You wanted to come back.
Lots of dramas in there.
No.
Yeah.
3. I'm really banking on something. Lachie Neale.
Yeah, I've got Tim Kelly, Geelong to West Coast.
Wow.
Gee, didn't it cause a ruckus? I've got Tim Kelly at 3 going back to
Good call.
West Coast.
Good call.
Still to come, Hamish Davis.
Ruckus is a word we don't use.
No, it's a
enough of.
good word.
Yeah.
So
Like
Hamish
fiasco.
Davis, he'll be West Australia to maybe Collingwood.
Maybe the Pies.
He likes the Pies.
No, they don't have a pick early enough.
He likes the Pies. If he wants to get to the Pies, he's a Pies man.
Are you a Pies man?
He's a Pies
Oh,
man.
he's a good man.
There you go.
Over that. Ackermanis, Brisbane to Bulldogs. That was big because he sort of got turfed, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he got put in the leading teams and they just sat there and ripped shreds off him.
Leading teams was built for it.
I read his book on the plane going to Melbourne one day. It was the most first 60 pages were the most engrossing 60 pages of a footy biography I've read.
Really?
It was a really great read.
I'm going in at number 4. Number 4 for Acker. It was big news because of probably it's all the controversy around it. So.
The string challenge.
That's when someone's holding the back of your heels.
Correct.
And
And
on a little V-shape.
correct, and you're sort of up, and you got to try and stay off the ground.
Yeah, no, that was
Famous.
I'm tearing a hamstring looking at that.
Famous, and he's a ripped human being. So what's your list so far?
I've got Tom Boyd to the Dogs at 6, Trent Crowe to Freo at 5, Acker to the Bulldogs at 4, Lachie Neale to Brisbane at 3, and Juddy to Carlton at 2. So I've got 1 and 7. It's a really risky way to play this game, to be perfectly honest with you.
I've got Dylan Shield at 7, Jeremy Cameron at 4, Tim Kelly 3, Dangerfield to Geelong at 2, Gary Ablett from Geelong to Gold Coast. See, I've got Tim Kelly too. Oh yeah, there he is. There, 3.
Huge.
He went back.
Huge.
He went back.
Yeah, I know.
He finished at Geelong.
Yeah, but we're just talking about that trade there. It was massive for them. Like, that was huge.
It didn't win anything.
Gazzard didn't do his shoulder. Bluey's got him into the final.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, mate.
Brent McCaffey ended Bluey's career.
Ablett Junior, Geelong Gold Coast.
Come on, Tim. Come on, mate.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1.
All
Number
right,
1,
worked.
Ablett.
A little bit of pressure.
No, I'm happy with that.
Oh,
So I've still got 5 and 6 remaining.
Man.
What do you got remaining?
Man.
1 and what?
I've got 1 and 7.
Oh, you're stitched.
Nah,
Yeah, mate, this has got Jack Steele written all over it.
It really
The
does.
famous Jack Steele.
Yeah, no. Brendan Favola, Carlton to Brisbane.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I think I'm just slotting him into number 1.
That just
That
went
was-
horribly wrong.
I went horribly wrong for all involved.
Yeah.
But Fevy had, they finally ran out of patience. You know, when clubs say you're on your last chance, and they ran out of patience. 27, they call them incidences before he was traded. No, he didn't hurt anyone else, Fev. He generally just hurt himself. But
Good to see him going well now,
nah,
though.
he's a great man. He's going
Number 1
strong.
breakfast show in Melbourne,
Yep, Fev is number 1.
behind Tim and Gary.
Yeah, of course.
You got Fev at what?
Fev at 1.
Oh, turn it up.
Fev going to Brisbane was massive. They played that. That was huge.
Hawthorn, Sydney, Lance Franklin.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, yeah, thanks a lot. I've already sold up number 1 to Gary.
You idiot.
Well, it has to go 5. And there's nothing I can't do anything. I've only got 5 and 6 remaining. I mean, it's called blind rankings. You started this stupid show.
Right, yeah, my last spot, number 7, doesn't matter who it is or what the deal was. The Hornet, Jason Horne-Francis from North to Port. He wanted to go to Port Adelaide from round 1 of his first year. That's number 7. And, he's hard to like, isn't he? He's
going to be a good player.
Oh, he's going to be a star.
He's going to be a good player.
I was watching that highlight again. That kick in that in the final against Hawthorn to Willie Rioli from the wing, just picked up one step, bang, laced him from about 60 out.
Yeah.
He's going to be a star.
He's 19 going on 26.
Yeah, he's a little man child, isn't he?
Yeah.
He goes into number 7.
And my last one is Dane Beams from Collingwood to Brisbane. So mine from 7 to 1. Dylan Shield at 7. Dane Beam 6, Lance Franklin completely wrong at 5, Cameron 4.
I won another one.
No, I don't think you have.
I have.
Tim Kelly 3, Patrick Dangerfield 2, and Gary Ablett 1. And what's yours?
Mate, Jason Horne-Francis is number 7 to Port. Now, it was always going to happen. We knew that was going to happen. Tom Boyd to the Dogs at 6. Trent Crowe to Freo from Hawthorn, number 1 pick. It was huge news. And Acker to the Bulldogs were more huge news. Lockie Neal to Brisbane blew the place apart. Juddy to Carlton, place was broken down, and Fev to Brisbane, the walls caved in. I've nailed this again. There's another 7/7 for me for sure.
Our fans, our listeners. My fans and your listeners.
Get out of yourself.
0487 736 736 13 12 50.